Sebastian Vettel versus Charles Leclerc, Ferrari in 2019, what a year it was. Drive to Survive Season 2, Episode 7, Seeing Red. Welcome to my F1 channel, Peter on pole. My name is Peter, in pole position in the lead up to Drive to Survive Season 3. I'm talking every single episode, Season 1, Season 2, we're all over the gaff. Today it's Episode 7, Seeing Red, and here are 3 things I noticed in the episode. Number 1, Sebastian Vettel's battle wasn't solely Lewis Hamilton, it was his teammate Charles Leclerc. Why? Because Charles Leclerc was an absolute beast of a man that season. Yep, that's right, the Monegasque made Sebastian Vettel look like any back runner in the Formula 1 grid. This is the 4-time world champion we are talking about here at the time of recording. But my goodness, he was a force to be reckoned with in the season. Sebastian Vettel was all over the place. He lost confidence, he seemed to have lost pace. And it seemed to be the start of the end for him at Ferrari. Mattia Binotto referred to the team as one with experience and another one that's a fast rookie. So Sebastian Vettel didn't even fall in the fast experienced driver. He was just an experienced. And you know what that means when they say that? They're trying to be nice. It's killing with kindness, if you will. But Sebastian Vettel, I mean, this is a man who used to be one of the fastest on the grid, and all of a sudden, it seemed to just disappeared. What on earth happened? He definitely did not expect Charles Leclerc to give him such competition in his first year. In his first year at Ferrari, I mean, Charles was doing the bits. That leads me on to number 2. Charles Leclerc was a beast, absolute beast in 2019. The man, even from 2018, as we saw from the earlier season of Drive to Survive, when he was in his Alfa Romeo, he was brilliant. But then in the Ferrari, this guy was picking up a couple of wins here and there. And just a reminder that it was his first year at Ferrari. And I looked at this guy and I thought, oh my God, it's Max Verstappen, step aside, okay? We are talking about Charles Leclerc. This is the future Formula 1 world champion. Straight away, I noticed that he also grew in character, Charles. The minute he entered into the Ferrari team, he learned the car. He knew what he wanted from that car. He knew how to get the best out of that car. And even last season in 2020, the car was awful, but the man made it work. He made it happen, you know? And interesting about his character development, even in Sochi and in Singapore in the episode, where he seemed to get screwed over twice by the Ferrari team, because they'd come out and said that, you know, Vettel is the #1 driver. Charles obviously being the rookie, it makes sense, of course. But there was a few moments where Charles was annoyed. You could tell he was annoyed, but he was picking his battles. He didn't just go gun-ho, straight zeal, but he actually waited the game. He played the long game, if you will. But it did show me that there is something brewing and there was something growing within this episode amongst the 2 drivers. By the way, as I'm watching this episode, I'm thinking, God, I miss a fast Ferrari. I miss a quick Sebastian Vettel. Man, those were the days, weren't they? The third thing I noticed, I just mentioned it earlier, did Ferrari regret creating a #1 driver? Did they come out too soon by saying Sebastian Vettel was the #1 driver? Do you think it was a smart decision? It probably was. But at the same time, maybe if Charles Leclerc had won those 2 races where he was kind of screwed over, and maybe if he capitalized on that, he may have been a lot closer to Lewis Hamilton in terms of winning the title, which Hamilton took at the Austin Grand Prix in Texas. Hindsight, of course, is 2020. But it was clear to see that, you know what, Ferrari shouldn't have put all their eggs in one basket. They should have just spread it out and let the race take over. That's something Ferrari will have to live by, but we'll see in the coming years, because later on, as the Season 3 will commence soon enough, it's Sebastian Vettel's final year at Ferrari. Those were the 3 things I noticed from Drive to Survive Season 2, Episode 7, Seeing Red, Charles Leclerc versus Sebastian Vettel. Let me know in the comments below what else you noticed. Let me know if you liked and enjoyed this episode. Like the video if you liked the video. With that said, people, lights out.